Hi, good morning. It's Friday, and that means that it is Messages from Spirit time. Thank you, Dorothy, for posting the little blurb about how in ancient times Friday the 13th was considered time to honor the divine feminine, and how appropriate then that we use the Goddess Speak cards today. So let's tap into even a little bit more divine feminine energy with this being Friday the 13th. And no, it's not a bad luck day. Luck is all how you look at it. Why not go out into this day and saying, I'm using the energy of the 13th, the 13 moons, the divine feminine energy. It's all in how you perceive it. It's going to be an awesome day, and it's going to start with you choosing card number one, two, or three. Are you ready? Let's just take a moment and take a deep breath in and exhale, relaxing our body and putting into the space positive energy, and asking that I may draw cards and receive messages for the higher good of all. All right. Even if you don't watch this right at 8 o'clock on Friday morning, I believe that whenever you watch and whatever card you choose, that message is for you. So share this on your own Facebook page, or if you're watching on YouTube, don't be afraid to share that link as well. And if you are on YouTube, I'd love it if you would subscribe so you get updates for all the videos that are posted there. So I'm being guided to stop, and this is card. That won't be it. It's funny. I turned around and it's the instructions on how to use the cards. So I think we need to choose another one. Maybe I need some reminders on how to use these or something. I don't know. All right. Card number one. As you make yourself ready, if that didn't quite feel like you, maybe this one will. Neither one of those working for you today? Card number three. Let's put them one more time. Card number one. Card number two. Don't overthink it. Go with your heart. Card number three. All righty, here we go. The very first card that was drawn, for those of you who drew card number one, you have the maiden energy. And it's interesting. I will tell you ahead of time that we have all three here. We have the maiden, the mother, and the crone, which is good. So the maiden was the first one, and she's talking about ego. Now, think about when we're children, we don't always have that big of an ego because we are new to this world. And I was thinking last night, we come in really, when we're born, we're a blank slate. We're like that USB stick, has nothing on it but lots of memory space. And that's how we are when we come in. And we start to learn from the people around us, usually our family, friends of our family, the schooling that we get, the culture we grow up in, the community we grow up in, perhaps the religious organization that our family sends us to or we become involved in. Those are all things that influence our thoughts and what gets stored in our mind. Ego comes into play when it starts putting fears in there, when it starts stopping us from expanding our mind to learn new things, when it stops us from opening our mind to maybe something that could be very good for us and a new path for us to explore. So ego has its purpose. It can make us stop and think, but it can also limit us in what we do and who we associate with and places we go and all of those sorts of things. So we have to be mindful. Are you working from a place of fear? If so, then that's ego that's guiding you. So this card is reminding you, for those that chose card number one, remember that ego isn't a bad thing. We all have ego within us, but it's something to be mindful of. If you feel like you're stuck right now, what is stopping you? is it really something external, or is it your own thoughts? Is it your own fears? Is it a fear of not being, you think you aren't good enough, or I can't do that because I'm too old, or I'm not old enough, all these sorts of things. So it's reminding you to have the maiden energy, that energy of innocence and willingness to explore, so that you can step over top of the ego and you can step into some new ideas. All right, that's card number one. Now, card number two is the crone. And as we've spoken before, the crone is the one who's been the maiden, been the mother, and she's very wise. Now, this card today is she's reminding you about stillness. We get so caught up in a busy world, and you have life decisions to make. There's not a day goes by where you don't have to make some kind of decision. She's reminding you to take time to be still, whether it's through meditation, taking a walk outside, just sitting and reading a book. Do something that's quiet, where you can allow your thoughts to settle, and you'll see more clearly and be more focused on what it is you need to be doing. People don't realize that you're really further ahead to take 15 minutes even to step back from the work you're doing, change it up, like I said, either meditate, go for a walk, just do something different, and then come back to the situation. You're more productive because you've given your brain and body a rest, and you're more focused and alert than if you stay glued to the, say, the computer screen. If you work in an office, don't eat your lunch at your desk and all of that sort of thing. You are more productive if you can get up, get away, and then come back to it. So she's reminding you, find that stillness in your day, however that is, and don't feel guilty about it. You actually will find that you're more focused and productive than what you were without it, because you're overloading yourself. You're going to blow a fuse there if you don't find that stillness, okay? Card number three is the mother. And the mother, she's a little more settled than the maiden, but not quite as wise yet as the crone. Those that chose this have the birth and rebirth. So, two different things here that could be happening. And I feel this is applying, one is applying to some of you, and the other half of that is applying to the other half of you. It's a time to give birth. So that means that there's something that you've been wanting to create, wanting to work on, and this is a week that you give birth to that. So if you've got something new that you've wanted to try, a new project that you want to put into gear, this is the time to do it. The energy is good for it. The timing in your life is good for it. So move forward with that new idea. That's giving birth to something brand new. Rebirth means that you've got something you've been reworking. It's an idea you've had. It's been a way of doing things that isn't quite working for you right now. It doesn't mean to completely give rid of that whole idea or that whole project, but now is the time that you can rework it. Find a new purpose for it. Find a new way of doing things. Sometimes we have to let go of the way that, just because we've always done something a certain way doesn't mean that it's right for where we are right now in this, our lifetime. A lot of organizations find that when there's maybe been a project that they've run in the community for years, and it's over the last maybe couple years it's not been as successful, but they keep trying to push it through. Maybe it's time to sit, talk, reevaluate, and give it a new shape and new identity. So that's the rebirth. So for those of you who chose card number three, it's again a time that if you've been working on something, a whole new idea, whole new project, now is the time to give birth to that. And if there's something that isn't quite working right and you don't feel it needs to be let go of, It's time to reshape it and relook at it so that you can give it rebirth. All right, so let's go through these again, this time putting them together. And what does it say for all of us? If you remember, card number 1 was the Maiden, and she's talking about ego. So since that was the first card drawn, that's the main thing for all of us. And it does apply to everything here. Ego can get in our way if we allow it to, stopping us from trying something new, giving birth to something new. It can stop us from doing the rebirth. Like I said before, we always did it that way, so we're not going to change it. That stubbornness can stop something that's even better from coming into our lives. So be very mindful. Our main thing this week is not to allow ego to block our vision so that we can see new ways. We can have a better understanding of where maybe someone's coming from. And the best way to do that is to make sure that we have times of stillness. We take those times of reflection, whether I said like through meditation, journaling, going for a walk, sitting without the TV or anything on for a while. There's so much on there right now that we get drawn into that's so negative. It's true what's going on, but we don't need to bombard ourselves with it 24/7. That does not help anyone, least of all you. So find those times of stillness, and you will find that by doing that, you actually help to quiet the ego and allow spirit to work through you. What is the positive solution to this that I should be doing or could be thinking? Allow that to come through. And by doing that, you will then be able to give birth to those new ideas and projects, or rebirth. And that rebirth could just be your way of thinking about things. Perhaps we're all on a spiritual journey, but maybe right now you've been really trying to toss around some questions and sort them out. By taking that time of stillness, by quieting the ego, you're then able to hear the voice of spirit that will help you to change or evolve the ideas that you presently have. And that's okay. This is the time for change because we have the birth and rebirth happening this week. I hope that was helpful to all of you. And a reminder again, please put something in the comments below. If you enjoy these readings, don't be afraid to share them. You never know who might need to hear this message. If you're watching on YouTube, I'd love it if you would like and subscribe and also comment. I respond to the comments. I read them daily. Thank you, everyone. Namaste.